Ending, more like starting. Holy. I mean, I did say I was coming back, so. Oh, man. Let me revive my phone real quick. Uh, he deserved it all. Might as well get some Destiny going on. What's good? What's good? What's good? How we doing? How we feeling? What's the word? DJ Academics did what? Whoa! Daredevil? Wait, there's new episodes. Wait, Daredevil season 3 came out? Are you serious? Are we for real? New episode? Yo, I might have to react. No. Seriously, I might have to do some reactions, cause hey, that's another lane for us, right? So, might have to do some of that. Amber Rose is on Club Shay Shay. DJ Academics and Kai Cenat exposed for lying on Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance. Of course they did. That's not a surprise. All they do is lie. Nonsense. I don't know what's wrong with these guys. When you try to do right by the people, there's only individuals out there that just don't want it to happen. What a world, what a world. Hove. We got news from Hove. News from Diddy. Okay, so we got... Oh, Jay Black went live. Interesting. DJ Academics gets exposed for lying about Kendrick Lamar not selling out his concert with SZA in LA. Of course he's finna lie. DJ Academics exposes Drake's lawsuit versus Kendrick Lamar, UMG, iHeartRadio. Yo, what's everyone saying? What's good? What's the motion? What's the motive? What are we saying? I am back from the great beyond, ladies and gentlemen. I am back from the great beyond. Man, I'm gonna need a fat cup of water. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. The fattest of cups. Cause, yo. So, Daredevil came back. Gotta see that. Destiny news. Where is the Ville? I know the Ville got some shit. The truth is coming out. Why Drake is finally getting exposed for lying in his lawsuit. Perfecto. So we got our first one. I know I have at least 2 videos I gotta get through for today. The Oscars going at Drake is insane. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. And Drake's attempt to use the FCC and lawsuit against UMG. Perfect. That's 2. Chloe Bailey unfollows Burna Boy after he lures another girl to... That's crazy. I knew that wasn't gonna last. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That was not gonna last. Lizzo lost weight. She looked fine. All right. We need one more. We need one more, and we can get started. One more. Drake caught in pay to play. Already went through that. Shout out to the torture chamber. What else? Absol has an unreleased snippet. These celebrity intentions are so obvious. Are we really doing 2 videos? Snooping for dirt. Drake snooping for dirt in his lawsuit against iHeartMedia. That might be the third. We're going to get to the bottom of this. Ooh, that was the KB Go Live video. You know what? Because he appreciates the channel, I'm going to do the same for his video. Drake lost 200 million streams after Spotify adjustment and exposed lying on Kendrick Lamar using bots. So, I know I watched that video by Jalopy, but he didn't really say anything. First of all, I did not click it. I watched the video, but he didn't really say anything about Drake losing streams. So that's kind of fishy and odd, but you know, it's... Shout out to Damn D. That's one of the first reaction channels I really found to react to. So shout out to him. Apparently they're working on Blade again. As long as y'all get it right. Kendrick Lamar dropping on UMG court date. Says who? How did you come to this conclusion? How did you come to this conclusion? Alright, those are the videos we got for today.
No.
Before we do anything, let's check in with the people then. What's everyone saying? How we doing? Do I gotta play some Destiny first? Cause I ain't got no problems playing some Destiny now. I ain't got no problems playing some Destiny. I know it's nighttime for some people out there, but you know, we gonna vibe out. Long Beach, Griffey, when Judas comes to the studio. Sensational. Yeah. What can I do for you, girl? And I know, act the fool for you. Blood like a riddle, yeah. Give me the clue. Oh, I love just a little. Oh, man. Man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm tired. I'm tired, but we here, alright? So, let's go ahead and hit the record button. You know we gotta do it, bro. What's good? You're all right here. Wow, I almost forgot. Right here. Right here in the small box. Right here in the small box. Welcome back to Single City Reactions, only on the Fleximon Network. I'm the original Anomaly. Welcome back to the channel. We got another video by Fantastic Hip Hop. This video is titled, Why Drake is Finally Getting Exposed for Lying in His Lawsuit. Listen, I don't want to waste no time. We know we're here for this. We're here for the news, bruh. Like, I'm just glad that I have content to react to, you know? So let's not waste no more time. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the video. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the reaction. With that being said, let's get straight into the video, all right? Let's go. All right, Fantastic Hip Hop, what's going on, bruh?
Now, really with Drake at this point, when you call yourself a rapper, just released an entire new album, and just went on an entire tour, and yet we are only talking more and more about the lawsuits you were involved in and nothing else, it's really disgusting that this is what the entire brand of someone who was once considered as one of rap's biggest stars has come to. And now currently, despite the fact that Drake is now doubling down on his suit against his label and Not Like Us, there are more reports than ever coming out around what's going on with Drake and everything going on behind the scenes. And now, while earlier in the week, Drake and everyone around him were trying to flex like they won against iHeartMedia,
That's not a dub.
Listed in the first petition he filed out, and they agreed to some sort of a settlement. It has come out that what Drake was saying is not just a bold-faced lie, but that a lot more claims around what has been going on have never looked more wrong. And now, before we get into just how bad things are starting to fall apart for Drake, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton, and as this is one of the most pivotal moments in hip-hop this year, it has really never been more important to support the channel. And with that said, when it comes to Drake, well, as we are currently at a point where, at least for now, everything about the guy's actual music is just no longer even a thought, as he is seemingly putting all of his effort into whatever he thinks he is going to gain from the multiple suits he has put out against his label and everyone he possibly can over Not Like Us. Drake and his team are now seemingly doing more than they have since the release.
Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Yo. Okay, big news. Yo, big news. First of all, shout out to House of Laughter, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to House of Laughter, bruh. That's my dog right there. Listen, for all the Canadians, if you know, you know. I Am Tresser is pulling up to the House of Laughter. Big news. Big news. If you're from Toronto and you're a native, then you know who I Am Tresser is. He's one of the top, I wouldn't even say comedians, more like influencers in Toronto. Well seasoned, bruh. For real. He's been coming up with that dude McFly. He's been coming up with what's it called? For Y'all Entertainment. Even with Mucho TV. So shout out to I Am Tresser. That's a major dub right there. You know I'm gonna be there. For people that know, me and House of Laughter, we right here with each other. I'm pretty much a part of House of Laughter, you know? So shout out to dude. This is big win for him. Major dub. And it's going to be a vibe, bruh. So let's get back to the video. I just want to give it. It was just an announcement. Literally, I was just on my IG. Went straight there and I saw this. I'm like, yo. That's crazy. So let's keep going with the video. This is the part when the video plays, bruh.
Of the first-fledged lawsuit to try and create as many problems as they can, and also just try and build an image and narrative to the public that they are winning this thing and that the truth is on their side. And now this seemingly started when it came out that Drake and iHeartMedia, who was the other party Drake was going heavily after alongside his label at this point, reached some sort of a settlement agreement, which by this being stated, Drake fans and the people who desperately cover him and try to help shape his image for the better were running around and not just treating this like they won against iHeart because of this and that they folded due to Drake being in the right, which Drake was literally even joking about in posts in the lamest ways you could ever imagine, despite the fact that there was never actually anything to win here because this was a petition in the first place. And also, in addition to everything they were saying there, it also started to emerge from the inner workings of OVO that Drake received a major bag in this settlement that was seemingly proving that iHeart was in the wrong and that he was in the right about everything he said.
Talk about it.
And that Drake is actually this sort of victim that he's been trying to make himself out to be. And now after Drake fans were running around with this narrative and trying to act like everybody else was just being quiet because they didn't want to talk about Drake getting a win, when in actuality there was just no information to actually support what was coming from the OVO side of things, now this little party they have is over, because we have gotten multiple stories from news outlets, both from iHeart's very own Charlemagne and his crew, which obviously, with that alone, you would have to question what they were saying a lot, because it of course would be in Charlemagne's best interest to make who he works for look good. But in addition to just one source, other journalists close to the situation have came out and revealed what actually has been happening with this entire moment as well. And overall, with the stories coming in, we have seen that Drake's flex about what went on behind the scenes and the narrative that OVO has been trying to make about Drake now getting control over the industry because he is in the right has just never been more wrong. And now we really know that Drake has been caught within one of his worst lies yet, because he didn't win anything. And between Charlemagne, the initial reports, and journalists, what it seems like the actual story.
What I don't understand is how people are saying he won. How this is a dub, how this is a win. What did you win? Bro, it just, y'all came to an agreement and no money was even involved in the situation. So what are we talking about here? Y'all came to agreement, but it meant nothing. You're back to square one. People coming out, oh, this is a win, bro. See, I knew they were doing what they did. Said who? Who said that? What are we talking about? I just get, it's just that this, the only reason why this news is so popular is because the wrong eyes are paying attention, and they're the ones in the comments just going around saying a whole bunch of nonsense. People that pay attention to this from the get-go, even if you come in and do your research, you're going to sit there and see this whole situation is fishy. It's all fishy. And it's not fishy in terms of a positive for Drake. This is more of a negative. It doesn't look good in any kind of way. Because now we're at the point where they're just like, they're throwing like, say that they have sticky notes. They're trying to throw sticky notes at the wall. Just trying to throw more sticky notes at the wall to see if one of them is going to stick. At this point, that's what they're doing. And they look foolish for this. So now I got to sit there and ask, what are y'all really doing, bruh? That's what I want to know. What are y'all really doing? Because now y'all look silly. Let's keep going, though.
Is that after iHeart engaged with Drake about the petition that he sent out, and he was seemingly given the information that he requested, although he didn't find what he was looking for, which we will get into later. With this being the reality of things, as Drake's claims turned out to be wrong, he did not receive any sort of bag or reward like his fans, OVO, and even Drake himself have been alluding to and trying to lead people into believing. But overall, at the core of this, what ended up happening was that iHeart handed over Drake the info that he was looking for. And after Drake saw that there was nothing there from them that was supporting the claims that he is trying to push, they mutually agreed to drop the claims and move on. And that was it for Drake and what was going on here. And really, in the grand picture of this all, and this is really showing us in of itself, that Drake's claims now have not been able to be proved by either Spotify or iHeart, which overall is showcasing. But when it comes to the major players that help music reach major audiences on the highest level possible, there has been nothing fake about the success of Not Like Us one bit. And really for Drake, what he is now going to have to realize sooner than later is that the song's impact is only becoming more and more real. And so now with Drake...
But here's how slow they are. I don't think they understand how people work. We just feed off of negativity, bro. If we're going to be super honest. The reason why the Crash Out season is so, like, it's so popular, or just like everyone is just crashing out, it's the popular thing to do. I don't think he realized because he's crashing out at such a high level, it's going to bring in more ears and more streams to Not Like Us. If all of this never happened, the streams wouldn't be skyrocketing the way they did. But because this song just hurts his feelings so bad, and he just can't help but always talk bad about it. You don't realize by doing that, you're fueling the streams on the song. Because it's already been confirmed that there are no bots on Not Like Us. So all the accolades that Not Like Us made, Kendrick Lamar gets to keep every single one of them. Not a single bot. They tried to lie on it over and over and over and over, and it never worked. So if they just did something smart and just not talk about the damn song, then the streams will start to slow down, and then eventually it will be confirmed by streams that it's just done. The whole wave is done. But this wave has been going on for a year. This is a whole year. We're in March right now. What? And still talking about the song. You can't make this up. This is insane. You can't make up this kind of quality up. This is crazy.
Walking away from this petition with next to nothing, but everything still being so vague about what's been actually going on. When it comes to Drake and the people around him trying to push this as a win before we knew what was actually happening. Overall, it does make a lot of sense why they would try to do this, because in terms of the optics of trying to prove to anybody that they do have a point with the ridiculous move that they are making, which is of course bringing the effects of a rap beef to this extent of all places, even if they are not right, just leading people on into believing that Drake is actually doing something good and that what he is putting out means something would at least change the perception of what he has done here in some regard, as then it would look like Drake is exposing the music industry. But of course, as we have now found out, this is just not the case, and ultimately, Drake is back where he started here because he did nothing whatsoever from this organization to prove that there was anything going on behind the scenes to push Not Like Us into becoming one of the biggest hits that we have ever seen in recent memory. And really, I think going a step further with how all of this has ended for Drake, I would think when him and iHeart sat down and talked behind the scenes about songs being pushed within a way that is not actually allowed and goes against what the industry has set up, which is of course what Drake wants to hear happen with Not Like Us, iHeart probably reminded Drake that on multiple different occasions in his career, his records were pushed in a similar way and definitely benefited from the things that he is trying to say were working for Kendrick Lamar and Not Like Us' favor. And now, because really, with how many Drake songs were everywhere when he was seen as one of the top guys in the industry, I mean, some of those records were not.
Scorpion. That's all I need to say. If y'all remember when Scorpion was over advertised, then you understand why this is all a waste of time.
Not good whatsoever, and it was so obvious.
People tried to sue Spotify because of how much they saw Scorpion everywhere.
I do think that Drake has realized that if he goes down this route here, exploring this will not end up well for him, as even his legacy and past reputation will be put into question more than ever if the truth comes out about how much he was benefiting from the industry practices he is trying to speak out against now. And if this ever came out, people will look back at the times when Drake was actually near the top of the game and start to see everything he was doing as an absolute lie. And overall, without anybody remembering a time where Drake was actually good, then he will really reach a point where he will never be in a worse place overall. That would just ruin everything for him to levels that we could have never even imagined. And of course, and really with Drake and with this entire moment, I think what's clear is that this path of delusion and lies is going to be where we are headed in terms of the fact that the OVO rapper and everything he has ever stood for is just going to change a lot more than any of us could have ever thought. And add that in the worst way possible as this thing continues, because really, as this whole story came out and Drake's whole way to try and sound like a winner here just fell apart because he was clearly lying, Drake sent out another 26-page update in his other suit against his label, which is pretty much doubling down on everything he already said. But is once again,
to be fair, it's the lawyers. It's not really Drake.
What's happening with iHeart?
The lawyers are trying their hardest.
Try and give himself another chance to have a point to stand on, but going further into that is really going to require its own video, so be sure to leave a like and subscribe for that. And with that case going on in Texas, while at the same time he has another one in New York, overall, it is so clear that Drake is trying to do everything he possibly can to make this situation as difficult as it can be for everyone within it, and really with this new update in Drake's suit, overall, Drake is really dragging this from every angle possible, and it's about to get tedious and more pathetic than ever to see this man just dig through nothing to try and prove the fact to us that he didn't just lose in a rap beef where we all know that he did fair and square. And I mean, with all of this, while we're gonna have to wait and see where this goes, it is already very clear that with Drake and his team lying the way they already have about what is going on and what they are trying to do and get out of everything, something is really up, and we are only going to see this more and more as this thing goes on. But really beyond that, as this is the point we are at with Drake and the loss of a rap beef has really gotten this far, I mean, I've lost any ounce of respect I still had remaining for Drake. And in all honesty, his entire legacy has just been ruined, because I can't believe that this is the timeline we are witnessing, and this is really happening because, again, even after Drake released music and went on an entire tour, all he cares about already is trying to change what happened with these ridiculous pieces of paper.
The fact that not only black people are starting to catch on, but other races are starting to see Drake for who he is now. Other people are really sitting there saying, why does he keep doing this? Why is he wasting his time? Bro, history has shown anybody that loses a rap beef, they go back to the drawing board. Cause now your popularity is taking a big decline right now. How do you recapture the audience? It's the same thing with Jay-Z. With the whole Jay-Z and Nas rap beef. He lost. Wholeheartedly. You can't sit there and say Jay-Z won knowing that Ether dropped. To say that, you are insane. Nas won that battle. But look what Jay-Z did with his career. He elevated. He took the loss in the battle. He kept moving. There was no lawsuit or anything. Nobody was crying. You just went back to the drawing board, picked up your pen, and get back to work. You're an artist. Did you forget that part, Aubrey? You're a whole artist. You still are the top artist through other people's eyes. Make music for those individuals. Whatever that album was, never do that again, because I don't think people understand. When it comes to like Drake's popularity in Toronto, there's no substance to it. They literally like the album because it's Drake. They like the fact that this album is good. They say the album is good because it's Drake. With no with no reasoning, no like nothing to it. Not like us not having a traditional chorus is inspiring as a lyric. Mass audience are okay with non-traditional song structure. Plus the last verse changed a POV that is only thematically connected. Legit. Listen. This is why I say this song needs to be studied. It needs to be studied simply because of what it did. The structuring alone, top tier. And the funny thing is, nothing was really moved around or changed in terms of structuring. You know? Shout out to my guy EDM right here. As I already figured it out, and when you said as a lyric, I meant lyricist. I understood. Don't worry, I understood. But okay, how about this? I got a question. Whether if you're an artist or not, if you want to be first, what is your goal as an artist? Do you want to just be an artist for the sake of making hits? Or do you want to be an artist for the sake of being an influencer? Do you want to be an artist for the sake of showing off your skill and talent? Or do you just want to mix all of those together in one? A lot of the times people want to mix all those together into one house, right? Because now when you're out there in the industry and you want to drop tracks and everything like that, you can't stick to what you know all the time. There's sometimes you have to think outside the box, where you have to be creative, you have to be unique, you have to make sure that whatever you drop doesn't get shit on, first of all. You're dropping quality work always. Nothing like Meet Your Padre. Okay, I don't want to see, if any of y'all out there that is really trying to be an artist, don't ever look at songs like Meet Your Padre. Don't look at songs like Taco Tuesday. Don't look at none of those songs, okay? Stay the hell away from those songs. And it's the funny thing is, you don't even really need to study a Kendrick. A lot of the times, people are going to study Drake. It's just that because Drake has made so many wrong moves, it's now gotten to a point where it's just like, bro, your career has taken such a tumble to the point where we don't even want to study you right now. But we can study your upcoming from where you started. For everything just the first inception, you know? So now you got to sit there and really wonder and try to figure out a game plan. How do I make sure this never happens? To simply put it. Because now, if you notice with the current artists, nobody's doing well. Just because you have nice numbers doesn't mean you're doing well. Majority of these dudes are broke. They're just out there flexing money that they owe. They're literally flexing money they owe. None of them are well off. Majority of these dudes are broke. They're buying chains only to return them. Like they're just faking it. They're all faking it. Let's be honest. How do you make sure you don't become that? It all comes down to that deal. That deal is really going to determine who you are as a person and who you are as an artist. That deal will decide everything for you. If you're going to take a deal that's going to be if you're going to take a front-ended deal, which is like heavy payload in the beginning, but as you age as an artist, you owe a lot. A lot of people are going to take that not realizing the long term. What you need is to take something in the back end. You need that back end money. That's the key to you being wealthy in the rap game. Once you understand that, then you can start to shape your career from that. Just saying, it's not a bad take. It's just that you have to be more critical now, especially for Canadians, any Canadian artists out there, because you got to remember, your competition is not only in America, it's all over the world. So now, with all that info, what do you do next? You study. Ain't nobody say you gotta rush it. You study the climate. You study the current fad, the current wave. You study previous waves. You know? Your pen. Your pen is everything to you. This is your best friend, along with a notepad. This is your best friend. All you gotta do is sit here. Start writing some shit. Start writing. Research. Write. Back and forth, over and over. Just keep writing. Test out what you write. Put it together with some instrumentals. You know, are you friends with a producer that can hold you down in terms of making instrumentals? Can he make you the kind of sound that you would need so he can be successful? So that when you pop off, y'all can both go together? Do you got that? Look, I can talk for days on this. There's just so many variables that you have to consider when you want to become an artist. That's all I got to say. I just want to finish out the video so we can get to the next video. All right, so let's keep going with this one.
Paperwork, and I mean, when it comes to a rapper at this point in their career, we have just never seen anybody ruin their legacy and everything they have ever done like this. And I mean, while Drake is bragging about doing these things and thinks that this is going to make things better for him somehow, for everybody else aside from his fans who are willing to follow him to anywhere, this is making everybody lose more and more respect for him. Because even in these papers, it's clear that he has nothing right now, and that he is trying to get back at everyone in the most petty ways possible. But in the reality of things, while Drake is really going to keep pushing these things, when it comes to the actual music, which is what we are all here for, Kendrick Lamar has just taken such a big lead at this point that Drake is never going to be able to come back from this at all. And I mean, at least in terms of that, Drake isn't just getting exposed for how ridiculous everything he is doing is and how bad it all is for hip-hop, but between all of this losing and the success of Kendrick Lamar at the same time, Drake has just never been in a...
How did this not pop up? Raised by country and Spanish music, discovered emo rap with Lil Peep during the pandemic and discovered a new voice within. Thought, I've been called a Mac Miller copycat and don't see Lil Pump, and they don't see the Lil Pump in me. Hey yo, bro, listen. Let me tell you this right now. I don't know how that didn't pop up in the chat. Let me actually check the other one. Okay, so it popped up in that chat. It just never popped up on my phone. Okay, I'm going to tell you this right now. That is your lane. That is your pocket. Stay there and explore that pocket. Explore it as far as you can go with it. The key for you is actually in your lyrics, because the lyrics are going to dictate the mood, and the mood is what's going to set each song. You can have any beat in the world, but your lyrics are really going to decide how this song is going to play out. So keep that in mind. Honestly, a good idea for you, because we're talking about emo rap now, right? A good idea would actually be listen to some of the like the metalcore bands. The only reason why I say that is because their lyrics would be similar to the kind of lyrics that you have, right? So I don't know if you know any bands out there, like even like you have metalcore, you have like screamo, you have nu metal, any of those genres, or even metal in general, but any of those genres. There's so many opportunities with so many different bands that you can draw inspiration from. And the reason why I say draw inspiration is because you don't want to be like that kind of copycat that's like, oh, I'm just going to take this and just write this different. No. This is inspiration. This is all inspiration for you. You can use that to inspire yourself, so you can go around and say, I looked at this band to think about this, for example. I turn to this band to say I wanna speak in this kind of cadence when I rap. You know? So keep that in your back pocket, no doubt. I can even give you some bands to like even like look at as an example if you don't know. You know? Off the top of my head, you got Bless the Fall, you have Crown the Empire, you have Abandon All Ships, you have A Day to Remember, you have The Paramedic, you have Issues, you have Woe Is Me, You have I See Stars. What else? I think that's all that I can remember right now. There's Breathe Carolina, but they're more EDM now. Beartooth, Attack Attack. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember all of them, but there was a lot of bands out there for sure. I said Abandon All Ships, right? But yeah, like looking at those examples can kind of help you with your writing. Not necessarily you have to literally steal content, but you can be inspired from the content to write new stories, new situations, different explanations of being high, different perspectives of life. You know, I recommend doing that. It's not a bad idea if you're gonna be completely honest. You know, so consider that. Let's keep going with the video though.
More awful place in every way possible. And as more comes out about what Drake is really doing behind the scenes, I think everything is only going to get a lot worse from here. And so now with all that said, let me know. What do you think about what Drake and his team were trying to tell us coming out as a lie? And what do you think about him doubling down on everything he is trying to do at the same time as this as well? Now I can't wait to hear what you have to say about all of this. And now if you made it to...
Let's check out your comment real quick. You have said, thanks for the advice. Confident in my rock, country, pop lyrics. Bob Dylan, Dolly Parton, Loretta Lynn, Amy Winehouse taught me, but still feel like a pretender in emo rap. P.S. Abandon All Ships, strong structure. Hey, you said Abandon All Ships, right? ABBA song structure is crazy. I agree. But rock, country, pop, that's interesting. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like there's a very strong opportunity for you to really tap into something super crazy. At this point, I would have confidence in your lyrics right now currently, but at this point you really need a very unique producer to help you make some beats or to help you create like melodies or whatever. You have the opportunity to make some insane shit. The final thing I would say is craft is key. Your craft is key. How much research you put into what you do, how much time you put into what you do. You know? How often do you go out and just like listen to what people are saying on the street? Sometimes, half the time, you can draw inspiration from simply sitting in a coffee shop or sitting in a restaurant and just listening what people are saying, bro. You can go to a bar, sit at the bar by yourself and just sit there and listen to what people are saying. And then you can literally draw inspiration from that too. So that can help with your lyrics. Bro, you have the opportunity to go crazy with this. That's all I need to say. Let's finish out this video for real.
At this point in the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. Now, if you want to see how in this time, Drake just got embarrassed even more by getting dissed at the Oscars, and him and everybody around him is really not taking this well, check out the suggested video.
Shout out to Fantastic Hip Hop. That is one reaction for today. We have a bunch more that we're going to get into. But for now, y'all, listen. Mind you, this is just the outro for the video because I'm still recording this, mind you. Anyway, but y'all take care, be well, be safe, all that jazz. And we're going to get into the next video, all right? So let's just keep going with it. What do we got next? What do we have next? Let's check it out. We got The Ville, one of my favorite YouTubers. Funny thing is, I didn't even remember watching this, so I don't even know. It must have been one of those ones I just let play out. Okay. All right, so this is our next video. Drake attempt to use the FCC in lawsuit against UMG. This channel is a special channel, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Nah, we don't have to go too much. We don't have to go too hard like that. Nah, just shout out to the Ville, bro. Like, honestly, just shout out to the Ville, no cap, because this is one of them guys where it's just like, I appreciate the love that you give to the smaller channels, you know? Because you understand that you came from that same situation. So from where you are now to show love like that is well appreciated, you know? And I'm here to receive. This is a young YouTube channel technically. It does say I've been had this YouTube channel for 4 years, but I really started uploading about 2 years ago. For the first year, it was all podcast content. If you go through all my reactions, by the time you get to the bottom, you're going to see all the podcast episodes that we've recorded. Okay, so trust me, there's been a lot that we've done. But now we're moving over to reactions. I still want to do the podcast. The thing is that the team is tired. They're tired, and I feel like they don't really see it going anywhere. But as the creator of this, as the person running all of this, I definitely see the potential behind it. So I'm going to continue to do what I do. We've had podcast episodes on Discord. So I appreciate all the people from the team that showed up for that. But yeah, I don't want to waste too much time. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the video. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the reaction. If you're in the chat currently, just get engaged with the chat, bro. I love to see people engaged in the chat. We having conversations and talking, you know? So let's keep going. Let's keep riding out. And let's see what the Ville has to say about this, all right? Talk to me, bro. What's good?
What's going on, y'all? So I wanted to go over this real quick. Right now, we're looking at the Drake situation involving UMG and iHeartMedia. There's a couple pages here that people are talking about that I wanted to go over because there were certain things that were said in regards to the FCC and how Drake is trying to use the FCC looking into iHeartMedia as a way to defend his case against UMG. It says here that petitioner Aubrey Drake Graham files this motion seeking limited discovery from UMG. Now, Drake is wanting a limited discovery from UMG under Texas civil practice. Drake filed this motion in connection with his petition under Texas Rule of Civil Procedure 202, which aims to gather information before filing lawsuit. Drake's allegations obviously being about UMG, alleging that they use unlawful and irregular business practices related to the song Not Like Us. Specifically, Drake claims that UMG used covert and illegal pay-to-play payola tactics to promote the song to create a viral hit. The petition includes allegations that UMG's actions were deliberate, inappropriate, and aimed at manipulating the success of the song through improper means. These are all Drake's allegations, and this is why he's doing the petition in the first place. Now, the FCC comes into play again here because it's here where they say that widespread concerns regarding industry practices, including in Texas. Recently, on February 6, 2025, the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission, issued an enforcement advisory regarding the covert manipulation of radio airplay in violation of FCC's payola rules. Just last week, on February 24, 2025, the FCC made it clear that its regulatory interests touch on conduct in this district. Indeed, the FCC made public requests it sent to iHeartMedia regarding compliance with payola rules in connection with upcoming events in Texas. Along these lines, Drake's petition sought pre-suit discovery because he believes that UMG's improper promotional conduct vis-a-vis the Not Like Us song may give rise to claims of civil fraud, racketeering, or other causes of action against UMG and its many, as of yet, unidentified co-conspirators. Determined to resist discovery, however limited, into its secret promotional tactics at all costs. On January 23, 2025, UMG filed a motion to dismiss Drake's petition under the Texas Citizen Participation Act, the TCPA, arguing that Drake's petition is foreclosed by the TCPA because, inter alia, the petition is allegedly related to UMG's core free speech protected by the First Amendment, and because of the commercial speech exception of the TCPA, exempts certain types of commercial conduct from the TCPA regime does not apply. And Drake's lawyers are indeed referencing the FCC's investigation into iHeartMedia as part of their argument in the case against UMG. Specifically, they highlight the FCC's enforcement advisory issued on February 6, 2025, which addressed the covert manipulation of radio play and the violations of payola rules.
every time, every time, every time they try something, it just gives me a headache. This, hold on, where is it? 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 This right here, from here, going down to co-conspirators. This bothers me so much because y'all are trying so hard. Because, okay, think about it like this. Sit back for a second and just think about it like this. We've already covered this point, and the point is, Drake only knows that, or Drake think he knows that they're doing the same thing for Kendrick because UMG did the same thing for him. We've already covered that point. But watch this and watch how foolish this man sounds now. And mind you, this is the lawyers doing all this, okay? So Drake is barely there for any of this. He just said, okay, do it. And that's it. And they're just going right now, right? So because he thinks they're doing what he thinks they did for him, he doesn't realize that this is organic. And by this being organic, it only shows and proves that all of this is nonsense. But watch this now. Like I said, he thinks they're boosting the song, when in reality, the song is organically gaining streams at such an astronomical level. But remember what I said, he thinks. By him thinking this is only exposing what they did for him. And the proof is in Scorpion. That's literally how I see this go down currently. They're assuming that Not Like Us is getting boosted in some kind of secret way, to the point that they are willing to pretty much expose themselves to prove this point. But what they don't understand is that Kendrick captured the culture as what he always does. But he did it at the perfect time. The reason why everyone loves this song is because they've been desensitized. They've been conditioned, a better word, conditioned to be, they've been conditioned to like this kind of music, forgetting that this kind of music can be number one and top charting as well. Because there's been such a long domination of this sound specifically, the world has thought this is the best rap can do, forgetting that there are people like Kendrick out there that can really make that kind of hit that can go worldwide. And because people have been tired, a lot of people, T-Pain is one of them. T-Pain was one of the stronger voices making this point. Let me see if I can find that actually. Let me see if I can find that little snippet. Let me see if I can find this. Okay, perfect. I found it. Perfect. So let's switch screens and we'll get into this point that I'm making. Let's get into this point that I'm making right here, okay? So let's check this out real quick.
Just, god damn it! Do some different music! We have all the shit that you're doing. We already have it. Lil Uzi Vert is already doing it. Lil Baby is already doing it. Dumb Baby is already doing it. It's literally two niggas with Baby in their names that's already doing all the music you want. Do something else. Do something else. That's it. That's all we want. Do something else. Holy shit. We have it. We have it already. You don't have to do that music anymore. We have the music already. We have Lil Baby. We have Dub Baby. We have Lil Uzi Vert. We have Lil Yachty. We have Lil everybody. Do something else. Holy shit. Stop sending me this bullshit. And then get mad when I fucking don't like it. Jesus goddamn tap dancing Christ.
Tap dancing Christ is crazy. But I remember when T-Pain said this. I know it was like, what? He said, 3 years ago? But he was making this point 3 years ago. Now look at us today. Well, look at 2024. Why do you think everybody loved Like That? Like That wasn't your traditional sound. For a lot of people don't know, the song that was covered is an LA-based sound. I don't think it was Bay Area, but it was more around Los Angeles. I hope I'm getting that right. Hope I'm getting that right. I know for a fact that sound came from California, no doubt. That you know, like that. Yeah, that came from Cali, bro. That came from Cali. But to hear voices at that level saying this with that passion and soul in them, bro, this was bound to happen. This was literally bound to happen. So it's not surprising that Not Like Us is doing what it's doing in terms of streams. So all I can do is just sit back and just watch how everybody is just getting angry at Not Like Us, not realizing all we want was something different the whole time. You have all these different artists all over America. Although you can even add Canada in there. You have all these different artists in Canada, all these different artists in America, and they all have the same subject matter, and they all have the same kind of sound. They all have the similar kind of cadence. And we're all sitting here getting used to this, saying, yo, this is sick, this is ill. Now that there's other sounds, we have regions slowly coming back. People are remembering what different sounds or different like songs sounded from different parts of America. People are remembering that now. So this is why I always sit here and I ask, what is the point of all this? This never should have happened at all. This literally never should have happened at all. But here we are, continuing to go down this bullshit rabbit hole, bro. You can't make this up, man. You cannot make this up. Didn't Kendrick Lamar pass 110 monthly listeners? 110 million monthly listeners? Bro, leave him alone at this point, bro. The more everybody else talks about this, is the more potential streams that you're giving to Kendrick. And the funny thing is, Kendrick has said nothing. The only time he talks was in front of a camera. He doesn't go on the internet to post all these stories and videos. He's probably on his phone just reading and watching people go crazy off of this, and he's being like, yeah, I can just turn this off and go to bed. Hey, son, hey, daughter, come here for a second. Y'all want to play catch? Hey, come, let's play some catch. You know what I'm saying? He's raising his son, but they don't know nothing about that. You can't make this up, man.
Drake's lawyer right here is pointing out that the FCC scrutiny is not limited to general industry practices, but specifically touches on conduct in Texas, where events related to the case are occurring. The FCC's request for information from iHeartMedia, which is related to payola concerns, is part of a broader investigation that could be seen as supporting Drake's concerns about UMG's possible involvement in illegal pay-to-play tactics. By referencing the FCC's actions, Drake's legal team aims to show the illegal promotion practices they suspect UMG of, and implying that they are not isolated or theoretical, but are part of a larger ongoing regulatory focus in the music industry, particularly concerning payola practices. And Drake's team doing this is trying to help Drake strengthen his case by indicating that regulatory bodies like the FCC are already investigating similar practices. Drake is pointing at the FCC, saying that them doing their advisory checks on iHeartMedia is more of enough reason to get a discovery before they start the trial. But remember, if Drake were involved in payola practices with iHeartMedia or any other company in the past, it could potentially compromise his position or even incriminate him in the case. There's a shared liability between Drake and anything that he had to do with iHeartMedia in the past. While past involvements in payola could raise issues for Drake, it would depend on the specifics of his involvement and the legal arguments at play in his case. If his legal team could clearly separate his past actions from his current allegations against UMG, it might mitigate any potential harm, but it could certainly complicate things if he is found to have been involved in similar illegal practices. But Drake's counter-argument in referencing the FCC's investigation into iHeartMedia could serve as a supporting factor to justify the need for discovery in his case. However, if Drake were to drop the case because he couldn't find proof of his payola accusations, it could impact the argument he's trying to make in the first place. And remember, Drake had settled with iHeartMedia. He had settled with them. But if Drake dropped the case due to lack of evidence because he couldn't find concrete proof of payola or other illegal promotional activities, it could make his earlier use of FCC's investigation less impactful. Without evidence of payola or other misconduct, Drake's legal position would weaken. The FCC investigation
You cutting out, my boy?
An important supporting point to show payola was a real issue. But if Drake fails to substantiate his claims, the FCC investigation alone wouldn't be enough to continue the legal fight. Dropping the case would...
What we got from EDM? Mentioning payola in official law documents. Drake has that Canadian confidence. Us in the USA know how it goes. This is going to be This is going to personally cost you, and not just financially, Mr. Bear. I agree with you. Everything that he's doing, you have all these people in Toronto saying he's doing this for the artists. He's doing this for the artists. He's just trying to see us do great. Y'all love to reach, bro. What he is doing right now is going to kill any potential Canadians have. So what I was mentioning about America being your competition, I mean that as at this point, the music industry is going to crumble in Canada and you're going to be on your own now. You're going to be on your own now. And now that you're on your own, you need to understand that America is your competition. How will you compete is my question. Knowing that they have so many different kind of beats out there, bruh. Y'all ever hear some of those luxurious beats? You ever hear a beat and it just sounds luxurious? Just go listen to Rick Ross, go listen to Gucci Mane, go listen to anybody from Memphis. R.I.P. Big Scar. You know? R.I.P. Enchanting. Those two talented artists. Even Pooh Shiesty, this lemon water is kicking right now. Even Pooh Shiesty, like, I wish people in Canada really knew what a luxurious beat sound like. Because trust me, like, there's some songs out there where you're just going to sit there and like, damn, this sound rich. You know? But let me not speak too much towards that, but like, the amount of different kind of beats that are out there is frightening. And then you have Canadians that don't really have a real culture trying to compete with a land that is ingrained with so much culture, regardless if it came from slavery or not. You're competing against that. And they're starting to find themselves again because of the Kendrick Lamar influence. That's your competition. That's why I keep asking, what do you do next? I'm not asking this to throw this up in the air. This is real questions for Canadian artists. What is your next goal? What do you do now, knowing that this is what's going on? This is scary as shit for Canada. Canadians should be very concerned. If I'm going to be super honest, Canadians should be very, very, very concerned right now. Because now we're at a point where it's like, we know this is not going to work. But they're trying their hardest to make it work. And when this is done, damn near the whole world is going to look at Canada like, bro, what's wrong with them? Like, and the funny thing is, because Canadians love to defend Drake, everyone's gonna look at us like we slow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's getting to a point where there's not going to be a real future here in music anymore. They're really going to start doing the whole Jack Harlow. They're going to start doing the Ice Spice. They're going to start finding characters instead of finding talent. And they're going to put that machine to work here. They're going to start doing that here. And if they start doing that, this land is done. It is done. Okay? So, Godspeed, you know? Goodness gracious.
Likely signal that there was no legal foundation for his allegations or that discovery did not yield sufficient evidence to back up his claims. The FCC's investigation into iHeartMedia might still remain relevant as a general industry issue, but Drake's case would lose its central claim without proof. So if Drake dropped the case and doesn't find evidence to support the payola claims, it would mean that he could not meet the burden of proof needed to proceed with the legal action. The FCC's investigation into iHeartMedia would become irrelevant to the outcome of the case, as the legal dispute would not advance without substantial evidence. UMG would likely dismiss the case as an unfounded accusation, and Drake could face challenges if the matter ever resurfaces or if it was seen as a frivolous lawsuit. I don't think bringing up the FCC with UMG would be enough evidence for them to grant you a discovery before filing the lawsuit. Essentially, the FCC investigation helps justify the need for discovery, but if the discovery reveals no wrongdoing, the case would likely be dismissed due to a lack of evidence. And I thought that I would break this down real quick, because a lot of people are saying that Drake is doubling down his statement against UMG.
Okay.
He came to a resolution with iHeartMedia because they showed him proof that they weren't doing anything shady. He was aware of the FCC doing an enforcement advisory and looking into iHeartMedia and was trying to use that as an argument. But I don't think it's going to work. Man. I don't think it's enough. And Drake, I feel like, will not start this lawsuit or sue them directly until he gets this discovery. He'll take the legal action all day, but he won't start the lawsuit until his legal team gets some type of proof. And I don't think that this is going to be enough. I don't think it would be enough. I don't think this is doubling down. I think this was failing and attempting again. But I ain't passed the bar exam, bro. But y'all let me know how you feel about this, man. Get back to me, man.
Shout out to Deleted, bro.
Drake trying to use the FCC and iHeartMedia situation as a way to get documents in court. And get back to me, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video, man. Peace. Keep it a legend.
Yes, sir. Thank you to Deleted for the video. We appreciate you. Appreciate your contribution to the culture. No doubt. Let's keep going. Who do we got next? I think we got DeVille again. Did I say Deleted? My fault. If I said Deleted, I meant DeVille. Yeah, so this is the next video by DeVille now.
Alright, y'all. So I got some.
Drake snooping for dirt in his lawsuit against iHeartMedia, of course. What are we gonna do, man? What are we gonna do about this? The future for Canada is dark as shit. The future for Canada is dark. It is super dark. And it's only gonna get worse, bruh. Like, now I wish we weren't like this. I really wish we weren't like this, man. If we're gonna be super honest, I really wish we weren't like this. Because now we just look like... Just hang your head in shame, bro. Just hang your head in shame, bro. Damn, bro. God damn it, man. Oh, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do, man? What are we gonna do? All I can do is hit the record button. You know what I'm saying? What's good? We got another reaction we gonna get into now. So we got DeVille again. Video is titled Drake Snooping for Dirt in his lawsuit against iHeartMedia. You know me. I don't want to waste no more time. Y'all know I talk too much. I can't help it. It's what I do, you know? But make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, alright? Especially that subscription, please. You know what I'm saying? Nah, we just trying to grow the channel, bro. We just trying to be great out here, you know? That's the best we can do. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, let's just get straight into the video, alright? Let's go. Let's go. One of my favorite channels, no doubt. Shout out to Deleted, bro. Let's go. Talk to me, bro. What's good?
Alright, y'all. So I got some breaking news for y'all real quick. So it looks like Drake has dropped the iHeartMedia from the pre-action petition in Texas court.
Okay, here we go.
This is posted by Monday, March 3rd, which is today as of recording this. It says that RS reported that iHeartMedia is no longer a defendant in Drake's probe into alleged payola in connection to Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. The two parties have come to an amicable resolution after Drizzy sought to depose the company about their possible involvement in the pay-for-play scheme with K-Dot's hit single. In exchange for documents that showed iHeart did nothing wrong, Drake agreed to drop his petition. No payments were made by either one of us, a source at iHeartMedia tells Rolling Stone. Now, like I said in the past video, just because it says settlement or resolution doesn't mean that there was a payment involved. It just means that they came to an agreement that is currently undisclosed. But now it looks like in exchange for documents that showed iHeart did nothing wrong, Drake agreed to drop his petition, saying that no payments were made. He was willing to drop the petition to receive some documents. Drake's legal team responded to the update in the case saying, "We are pleased that the parties were able to reach a settlement satisfactory to both sides and have no further comment on this matter." No further comment on this matter. Drake is still taking UMG to court in Texas as part of his legal probe. He claims they use bots and payola to artificially inflate Not Like Us. In addition, Drake has also filed a federal defamation lawsuit against UMG in New York Supreme Court. So with all this happening, it appears that Drake and his legal team were seeking information from iHeartMedia the whole time. They wanted to receive some information in the form of documents related to the alleged payola scheme involving Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. However, according to reports, iHeartMedia provided the document showing that they did nothing wrong in relation to the allegations. As a result, Drake agreed to drop iHeartMedia from the lawsuit. So yes, Drake was seeking information from iHeart. And after receiving those documents that cleared iHeartMedia, he decided to move forward without them as a defendant in the case. This indicates that Drake's legal team was actively looking for evidence to support the claims of payola, but found that iHeartMedia was not involved in the scheme they were investigating. So according to this right here, iHeartMedia, they did nothing wrong. The company supplied documents that reportedly cleared them of any involvement in the alleged payola scheme related to Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us.
What we got? Written a legal thriller screenplay. Discovery works both ways. Be careful, Drake. Talk about it, bro. Whatever is used to help you can be used against you. And we know. I've already said it multiple times. So we already know. But like I said, it's looking dark for Canada right now, bruh. We don't have a red and white flag. We have a black and white flag, bruh. It's frightening right now. I hope a lot of artists are really paying attention to this situation. Especially the artists in Canada. Because this is gonna dictate a huge change. And it's not gonna be all the way positive. So I hope people are really paying attention to this.
Based on this, Drake agreed to drop iHeartMedia from the lawsuit. As far as we know, iHeartMedia has successfully shown they were not engaged in any wrongful activity related to pay-for-play accusations. As far as what kind of documents, the exact details of the documents that iHeartMedia provided to Drake's legal team, they haven't fully been disclosed. However, the report suggests that documents were intended to show that iHeartMedia did nothing wrong. But typically in cases like this, documents could include things such as emails, memos, messages within the company that would show there was no pay-to-play activity or illicit promotion of Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us, any type of playlisting or airplay data, basically showing them the numbers, trying to prove that nothing was manipulated.
Goddamn, 2.5 liters.
Contracts or agreements, any formal agreements that would outline iHeartMedia's business practices and confirm that no illegal or improper payments were made for airplay. These type of documents would be used to demonstrate that iHeartMedia was not involved in any illegal pay-to-play activities. and therefore should not remain a defendant in the lawsuit. Drake's legal team might have reviewed the documents and concluded that iHeartMedia wasn't involved, which led to the dismissal of iHeartMedia from the case, but Drake is still continuing his legal action against UMG, which suggests he's still pursuing other parts of the case related to alleged payola and bots. But remember, at the start, this was Drake basically trying to check if iHeartMedia was up to anything suspicious in regards to Kendrick Lamar's song Not Like Us. Drake is out here saying that he didn't know if iHeartMedia was doing him dirty. Now that he's looked at the paperwork or whatever documents that they gave him, it looks like they were able to prove that they were good on their side.
Mm-hmm.
And since Drake has no use for the situation with iHeartMedia, he decides to step away.
Yep.
As soon as they provided the documents, Drake's legal team decided to drop them from the case. So that should tell you already what it is. It's important to note that sometimes in legal investigations, parties might start by casting a wider net to explore all possibilities. Once they receive evidence that clears one party, in this case iHeartMedia, they can adjust their focus accordingly to UMG. So it wasn't necessarily about accusing iHeartMedia from the start, but more about looking into all possible avenues. But
I'll definitely keep drinking that water, bro.
It looks like Drake was just snooping for dirt, trying to see if he could find anything anywhere else besides UMG. And when they were provided with the necessary proof, they decided to move on from iHeartMedia and continue their case against UMG, where they believe the wrongdoing may have occurred. Whether you call it snooping or being involved in an investigation that furthers his case with UMG, it looks like he tried to find some dirt by getting into it with iHeartRadio. Looks like he couldn't find nothing, and I'm not sure if this affects his case with UMG. But y'all can tell me how you feel about this and Drake's situation with them. Let me know how you feel in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video, man. Peace. Keep it a legend.
Just like that, y'all. I'm thinking about playing some Destiny after this live stream. Yeah, thinking about it. The game's already loaded on my phone, so you know. But I'm not surprised. I'm really not surprised. Now it's just we're at the point in this whole situation where it's like we got questions. Now, unfortunately, the questions all involves things that goes on behind the scenes, but like more and more people are asking questions now. More and more people are really asking questions. That matters. And I encourage anybody and everybody out there to keep asking those questions. The reason why this has been going on for so long is because nobody was asking questions. Everybody was cool with what was going on until now. And I'm not talking in terms of whatever's going on in this case. I'm talking about what's going on with Drake. That's what people are asking questions about. So I encourage more people to ask those questions. Because we're going to figure this out one way or another. And like I said, I'm not talking about this case. We're talking about Drake. We're going to figure this dude out one way or another. But his character is all over Front Street. So we technically understand how he thinks. We just need to understand how he operates. You know? So that's just another. That was a nice 3-pack of reactions about this lawsuit. So I'm kind of glad that I watched The Ville and Fantastic Hip Hop. Shout out to both channels. Because they helped me gain a better understanding of what's going on with this. Face value, a lot of people are not really going to care about this. But as you start to learn and ask those questions, you're starting to see what's going on, what's the play, what tactics are being used. I'm just glad. I'm able to go through this, to be honest. I'm just glad I'm able to go through this and just learn about this, you know? As someone that's graduated from marketing, this is a blessing for me. This is what I would need to know if anything happens like this. I would need to know this kind of information to understand what kind of process or tactics he would use in court revolving around this kind of situation, right? This is more knowledge that I can keep in the back of my head if I can ever pass it along to somebody that's in a bind. You know, so it's all educational at this point. This is what I'm talking about when you study artists. Because when you study artists like this, now you get to understand and keep that kind of information that you can share with other people. Whether if it's a friend or on a live stream, it don't matter. This is all learning material. This whole situation is learning material. So I hope everyone takes this and considers this as learning material. Because trust me, when this is done, we're going to understand another aspect about the music industry. More so on the legal side now. So keep asking those questions. I think we have one more video. But it's to KB Goes Live.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, this is about the Conan O'Brien at the Oscars. I technically already went through this. I was only going, you know what? Okay. Showing some love. Give a like. I'm already subscribed. Post notifications on. I've already been through this whole Conan O'Brien situation. I already talked about it on yesterday's live stream. By the way, I'll be going live again tomorrow around the same time. Yeah, I'll probably go live around like 4 p.m. 4 p.m. I'll go live again. And we'll find out what's new on YouTube through my subscriptions. But I technically don't need to go through this one. I just wanted to show love to the channel because he showed love to me. You know? So if anything, I'll watch this on my own time. But we had a nice 3-pack for today. So let me see. Let me see real quick. Let me check my subscriptions. YouTuber What's the Dirt exposed himself for being a scammer. Oh, Ray Daniels? Oh, okay. Stop everything. We're going to react to this.
Lawsuit against iHeart. The lawsuit against...
This, if there was ever you know what? Even better. Ooh, I'm not even subscribed. So my For You page just blessed me with Ray Daniels Presents. Subscribe, post notification on, like immediately. If there's ever someone to learn from about the music industry, it is this man right here. He is the one to learn from. I'm so glad I stayed on live. This is going to be a treat. It's 9 minutes, but I know how we do things. It's probably going to be 10. So, you know what? Let me hit the record button. I didn't even stop the last one. Oh, good. All right, boomski. Recording, we're live, we're good. All right. So this is going to be a treat. I didn't even notice it. I'm so glad my YouTube page is set up the way it is. Look, let's not waste no more time. What's good? Right here in the small box. Welcome back to Single Seater Reactions. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what's up with the video. If you're in the live, engage in the comments, bro. I want to see more engagement from y'all, man. I know y'all are watching and enjoying, but engage a little bit with it, you know? But I don't have to force you to do it. Do what you want. Either way, let's dive into the video, all right? So let's get started with this one. Oh, man, this is a treat.
The lawsuit against iHeart, the lawsuit against, I think Spotify went away, the lawsuit against Universal, it's all going to eventually go away. This is just him buying time to look like it was more than just, it looks like more than one person whipped his ass.
Breaking news. Drake doubles down on his accusations against iHeart.
Hold on, let me get to your comment real quick. Watching Not Like Us reaction videos, no other reaction videos have so many pause buttons. Some are lyric by lyric comments. Wish they would be the same for Joni Mitchell's case. Bro, the Not Like Us reaction videos, I watch that shit religiously. I'm going to tell you that right now. Shout out to J2O. Shout out to J2O, bro. Your compilation videos from, from Euphoria to The Heart Part 6, Listen, Euphoria, 616 in LA, Meet the Grams, and Not Like Us, those compilation videos from other reactors on YouTube, I love their reactions. I'll never forget when I started Meet the Grams and it said Dear Adonis, and that one dude with the dreads was like, no. Not Dear Adonis. Shout out Law Twins. Oh my God. Well, who's that country girl? Oh, it's getting dark now. All right, look, let's get back to the video.
Heart Media and UMG. This from Academics. And a 26-page motion for discovery just submitted to the Bexar County District Court. Drake's legal team doubles down on his allegations that UMG provided payments to iHeartMedia for radio play. They also cite the FCC's investigation of iHeartMedia for payola violations. Now, this is crazy.
What's good, y'all? This is Ray Daniels, a.k.a. the Culture Referee, and welcome to the Radar Report. What we talking about today, Alex? What we got? What we getting into? By the way, before we even start, I appreciate you guys liking, sharing, subscribing. I haven't been telling you, and I've been watching you guys do it. Number one, that's appreciated. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate everything you guys have been doing to support this. It's been dope. I appreciate that. Now, Alex, what we talking about today?
Last week we heard news that Drake had
Oh,
settled his
shoot.
lawsuit with
Not lawyers for hire.
That's not actually what happened.
This man grew his
It's a
hair
lot
out.
More complicated than that. Let's break it down. So Nancy Dillon reporting what really happened here. First, what Nancy's report says is that there was no monetary settlement. Nobody paid anyone.
Yep.
What happened is iHeartRadio gave Drake's team some documents. Drake's team said, okay, we're all done here. That makes sense because this was not a lawsuit. This was a petition.
Yep.
Drake's team had gone to a Texas court and said that under the law, we have the right to request certain information from Universal Music Group and iHeartRadio.
Okay, so to all the people that, like, first of all, I have no problem with Drake. I need to put this out there. I have no problem with Drake. I'm actually a fan of the man. I think he's in my top 5 best rappers of all time. But I do speak of...
Crazy statement, but, you know, we fuck with it. For anyone that's new to the Flexing My Network, we're not trashing dude. We're very critical of dude. I want to make that clear. Since Ray Daniels getting that out the way, I might as well say it now. I've said it multiple times already. I've said it throughout a lot of reaction videos. We're only being critical because we want to see us in Canada do better. It's so unfortunate that we have our neighbors in the U.S. and they outshine the whole country. Except for about 4 or 5 different outliers. Being Drake, Justin Bieber, The Weeknd, Nav, and Tory Lanez. You can throw Party Next Door in there, but his career done. But that's all we have. And one of them is in jail. We don't have, like, bro, after them, we ain't got nobody else, bro. So for us to continue to go down this rabbit hole of all this nonsense of defending Drake and all, no, I'm not doing that. We need to get back to who we were prior, dude. But it's unfortunate, bro. Canada, like I said, Canada has no culture. Meaning we have no substance. Meaning that when it comes down to this music shit, we're just gonna ride waves and continue to ride the wave. So it is what it is at this point, bro. I wish we can think for ourselves.
Strategy and how people approach life. Let's just stay there for a second. So first thing I'm gonna say is to all of the Drake fans, my prediction was correct.
How to hit on an influencer is hilarious.
That might be different, but let's say 200 to 300K, which to me, which is kind of low for a Drake P&D album.
Facts.
I said between 200 or 300,000 for the people that's like DMing me saying, I thought you said he was gonna be done. You didn't know what you was talking about. Well,
that don't mean shit.
300,000 is done for him.
Yeah.
It is the beginning of the end. Once again, here's what's gonna happen. He's gonna go down this rabbit hole, and they're gonna be a whole lot of they settled. Now, mind you, when you hear they settled, the Drake stands revere, like, oh my God, they settled.
Very true.
Y'all know what they're talking about. And then iHeart has to drop the line saying, we did settle, but we didn't admit no wrong, and he didn't get no money. So that means that lawsuit basically just went away.
Yep.
Like I said he should do. The lawsuit against the lawsuit against iHeart, the lawsuit against, I think Spotify went away, the lawsuit against Universal, it's all gonna eventually go away. This is just him buying time to look like it was more than just, it looks like more than one person whipped his ass. Like if I do all of this information, like, oh, let me tell you what really happened. You got, by the way, shout out to Tory Lanez. I love Tory Lanez, and I appreciate him sticking up for his Canadian brother.
What Drake is doing, no matter how you want to put it, he's really doing this for the rest of us artists.
No, he's not.
Because the reality of it is if one man finally comes out and says, yo, do this, and the rest of us do it, a revolution starts. He's a very smart individual. He's like a war general. That's very patient.
Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? What? Yo, who the hell said that, bro?
It's not going to make sense at that moment. But the grand scheme of what he's doing is so smart that when it comes to full fruition,
Johnny Mitchell, a case of you being sampled in a rap song.
And regardless
Shoot it into my veins.
and him doing it for the artist, how sincere is he? Would Drake be taking these measures if he won the battle? Let's say if
Nope.
the findings do come out, there were bots involved or whatever he's suing for, you were a recipient of that.
But what Tory has to understand is that the streets don't care about business.
Fact.
The streets don't stand on
Talk
business
that
the
shit.
way these other guys do it. It's like, wait till the streets find out. The streets found out, and they don't care.
Yup.
Like, there's nothing you can say to me to make me feel like the streets switched up. No, the streets found out. The lie detector came back. They determined they don't give a fuck.
Niggas don't be listening to Drake like that. Well, if I wasn't a rapper, I don't feel like I still would listen to Drake for real. It's just I'm a rapper, so I understand the work he put in now, how hard he go. Like when you ain't no rapper, all them statistics don't mean shit. A regular street nigga don't give a fuck about how many times you went number one.
Fact.
Like how many white people listen to your shit, cause they
Fact.
don't even think that them niggas, the farthest they think is the club. Who's selling this club out? That's who they think is the biggest niggas. Like in Atlanta, it's a lot of niggas who you really can't tell them Future ain't bigger than Drake.
That was his capital.
Really? Oh God, nigga. I used to think that.
Nigga, it's
Drake ain't
Atlanta.
a big mixtape artists like that. How you got all your Drake albums? You probably really went in the store and bought them motherfuckers. Every
Apple
Future
Music?
album I ever heard was a bootleg. Niggas was bootlegging it or going to live mixtapes. So when nothing was the same or whatever, all that type of shit came out, nigga ain't knowing.
Right? So, with that being said, pay attention to what's going to happen now. He's in trouble with that. Also, is he going to sue the Oscars? Because Conan O'Brien did a real... I heard that one loud and clear, like, damn. But it goes back to what I'm saying to everybody that's like, this guy hates Drake. It's not that. You guys got to understand something. I'm in the music business. The most important thing that you provide when you're in the music business is cool. The one thing that I got to understand,
Good morning, King.
Everything in this world is cool. If I don't understand cool, then I can't translate to an audience why they should support something I'm behind. So let's be clear. What happens? Could you see 5 years from now, 3 years from now, Conan O'Brien dissing Drake on stage at the Oscars?
Oh, let me read that real quick because I think you're onto something with what you're saying. Is it just my POV? Canada has a stronger support system for actors than musicians. UK is similar, government subsidized art, school, independent, public production, etc. Oh, Tiny, I'm so sorry. How you doing, girl? You good? You all right? Good morning. I appreciate you. I'm so sorry. Anyway, I'm so sorry for real. Damn, that's the second time this happened. I need to stop assuming y'all names, bro. God damn it. Anyway, okay, to your point, Canada just had, it's not even about, it has a stronger support system for actors. It's just that Canada just wants to support somebody. So that when you see Drake and him being in the stars, supposedly, they're going to support that without anything, like, you know, with no, like, they just gonna, like, willingly, effortlessly support dude just because he is who he is and he does what he does. And as they slowly just keep doing that, then they're gonna start to like the music, because a lot of people didn't like Drake's music right away. Let's make that clear. But they've grown to like it, so that when he drops something like Something Sexy for You, they're just gonna say, yo, this is sick, this is bars, this is ill, this is... It's just conditioning, bruh. It's just taking advantage of Canadians' naive nature and conditioning your audience to like you because of your popularity around the world. That's all it is. So when it comes to actors now, it's kind of similar, because they're only going to support you when you get that Emmy. They're only going to support you when you get that Oscar. They're not going to support you from the jump. That's one thing about Canada. They will never support you from the jump. All of y'all here, y'all are from either America or around the world, bro. Y'all ain't from Canada. If you're in the chat and you're from Canada, shout out to you, but majority of the chat has been everywhere else but Canada. You know, like, so that's proof all by itself. You know? So I just want to throw that out there for y'all. Okay, so I feel bad still. I'm sorry, Tiny. I feel bad. I don't care. I'm so sorry. But yeah, just to put it out there. Your point is strong and it makes sense, but I'm saying it from our perspective. You know? So I can kind of help you understand what goes on here. So let's keep going with the video now.
It's cool to do it now.
Yeah.
Is Will Ferrell taking shots at Drake now?
Wait, what? What the A minor. Even the crowd said it. Yo.
I mean, this is crazy. The song has penetrated pop culture to another level.
Yo.
To the highest degree. This is the biggest song of Kendrick's career. This is the only rap song to win 5 Grammys. And now we have Saturday Night Live doing a parody, and everybody's laughing. They know the record now after the Super Bowl.
That's why I said it's over for him. I'm not saying it's over for him because I don't want to see the brother win.
Yo. This is a global stomp out. I've been assumed being a male before. I guess I nailed my masculinity. Girl, it's the internet. It's the internet. I can't even tell who's who unless it clearly says your name for your online, for your YouTube name. Then I'll understand. Damn, I really did assume your gender. I just realized that I assume your gender. I'm so sorry for assuming your gender, for real. You know what I'm saying? Now I know you a girl, for real. I'll be like, what's up? How you doing? Like, all right, let's keep going. Let's keep going, bro. Let's keep going.
That is not even how I work as a human. Anybody that knows me know I want to see it. But it's over for him because he hasn't realized that he is the target, and the only way to get from being a target is to attack. That's why I said I like the Drake on his Thanos shit with Khaled. Like, hell yeah,
that was GOAT shit.
That. What do people think about humans? What do people do when they're mad? They lash out. People see you losing, they want to see you mad. They want to see you lashing out. But like, how does it look? It doesn't look like a lawsuit.
Nope.
It doesn't look like here's a lawsuit, get him. It doesn't look like here's what's happening in the world, guys. You guys don't even catch it. It's none of that. It's very, very simple. It is, nigga, you took the L.
Yup.
We don't think you're as cool as you are.
Nope.
Like, let me tell you something. I was listening to Drake, an old song, the Only on Camera record, Take Care album. And he's like, she looks like a star, but only on...
She looked like a star, but only on camera.
Oh, listen to it. I was like, yo, this is hard, man. We need to bring this back, man. This is hard. And then that interlude comes on, and he goes, oh, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Like, this is It don't work no more, bro. Like, you know when a nigga lame, but like when a nigga cool, but when a nigga cool, but he got lame. Like for example, 50 Cent cannot dress. He's not a dresser, right? It's like if you understand fashion, 50 Cent is not a dresser. No one cares. We're still with you in the clothing, cause we with you, cause you a real nigga. You got no. When I heard that, oh yeah, I was like, I can't listen anymore. Like it's like he got like that has to die because we let you do it because you was with Wayne, and there was so much time going by, we didn't realize how lame that shit was.
Yo, my takeaway from that whole reel was 50 Cent can't dress. This nigga Curtis can't dress? Yo, I'm flabbergasted right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. 50 Cent can't dress, my nigga? What the fuck? Alright, what Tiny say? That's why I don't really care. It's the internet and I'm probably closer to your mom's. Queen, don't worry. Girl, you good. Don't even trip. Don't even trip about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about the internet. The internet gonna do what the internet gonna do. Now that I know who you are as a person, girl, we gonna vibe. Like, what we talking about? Now, what my boys say? Why is it that when I write a rock, country, pop, I'm assuming song, I move right along, but when I write an emo rap song, I feel like I will have to defend it. Who's going to call me out? I'm hood, but I am street up. Because now, okay, I can answer that. Because you're blending, there's so much blending. Where's the real substance, right? Because you're blending, like, it's pretty much like 4 genres. Which I'm not saying don't do. Like, this is you. If this is you, keep going and keep doing what you're doing. But here's the mistake Drake did. Because he blended so much, he stepped away from the rap culture that he said he dominates. The reason why this all started because he said he's the greatest MC of all time, or one of the greatest MCs of all time. Him and Cole with First Person Shooter. The only reason why this has been happening because, like, look at his track record, look at the different kinds of songs, look at the different kind of genres, and then look at his pen in his raps. It doesn't add up. So, of course, it makes sense for Kendrick to come out and start shooting. It makes perfect sense. Because Kendrick's been doing this rap shit for real. He's followed the rules. He's made the hits. He's got billions and billions of streams. He's done everything and checked off every book, every point to get to where he is, and he's not considered the best. People are saying Drake is better than Kendrick. No. Of course, Kendrick is going to pop out and show niggas. And that's exactly what he did. So my answer to you is that the reason why they're going to call you out and do all that and say saying you're hood or not street enough or whatever, it comes down to your penmanship and then how you lived your life. It's just the competition in rap. That's the thing about rap. Rap is all about competition. You're just using words to be better than your opposing. You're just using words to be better than your opponent. That's all rap is. So that's why I say it comes down to your pen. Upbringings and everything, that's all up to how you lived, right? But your pen is really going to dictate who you are. Honestly, I recommend listening to some of like the URL rap beefs. Those rap battles. Listen to some of those bars and draw inspiration from that too. Just don't be like Drake and steal from the shit. You know? Write your own shit. That's the key. You honestly, even though like there's a lot of artists out there that really don't write anything, you really got to understand that people are drawing inspiration from somewhere. So it's best to practice writing things like that. Not saying everything you write has to be a song, but sometimes you got to condition your mind to start writing in that kind of mindset so that when people step to you and say this and that, whatever, you have this plethora of rap songs that can defend your statement saying, yo, I'm real out here. This is who I am. I'm really about this shit. So it's your pen, bro. This is key. This right here is key. Just got to condition the mind so that when you write these bars out, this is for real. You know? So, keep that shit in mind, dude. But yeah, we at the end of the reaction, dude. I'm glad I found this page, bro. And I'm subscribed. The notifications are on everything. I made sure to like the video. So, I'm going to make sure this is going to be added. This is going to be added to my wheelhouse. Ray Daniels presents. Let's check out the comments real thing. I just think that Drake needs to not do another diss battle with Kendrick. Bro, it's more than that. Yeah, I see that's where he lost me for a little bit. I need people to stop cuddling this grown man. He's been catching L after L because of his decisions. Amen. Drake wouldn't done this if he won. Fact. If he did this for artists, why wasn't he doing it for none of his artists he's got on his label? Amen. What revision is he doing? Because he's trying to talk about Kendrick when he helps his team and speaks up for black community. This isn't Kendrick. Biggest songs. When Humble and other songs are 20 times platinum. Not Like Us is 8 times platinum. And in the U.S. alone. Why? Because he doesn't update his certificates. Wait, what? Let me read that again. Why? Because he doesn't update his certificates. Kendrick won 5 Grammys in one night. 2 other times before this. I just think y'all don't do enough research on Kendrick. Just run with narratives of other things people said. And truer words have not been said. Okay. And to add to that, I know Jalopy has been talking about the shift, but I've been talking about the shift too. There is a shift going on within not only the music industry, but as well as in the culture. People are starting to educate themselves again. As silly as that sounds, but it's silly to hear it, to be honest. It's silly to hear me say it, but when you hear kids are actually dissecting the lyrics to Kendrick's bars and Kendrick's songs, people are going through Kendrick's catalog and listening to it for the first time. I don't know what dude's name was, but he went through was it Section 80? No, I forgot which Kendrick album he went through. But the nigga started crying, bro. This nigga's listening to Kendrick music for the first time and he's crying his eyes out. You can't make this up. But I need people to, and you don't even have to wake up. It's just about stop lying to yourself. I need people to stop lying to themselves. That's an easy way to put it. Just stop lying to yourself. Tell the truth. Because every day, day after day, year after year, whatever, people continue to lie to themselves about these things. I understand you have a bias. I understand that you care for dude, but be honest. Look what happened to him and look what he's doing. Be real. Like, dead ass. Be real, bro. Alright. What my homegirl Tiny said. Have you heard Ren? I don't remember if I asked you before. A UK artist, extremely talented, diverse, unique, and lyrical. Not genre specific, but raps a lot and made a Drake song sound gorgeous. And I'm going to add that to the list as soon as this pen wants to work. Okay. Artist, motherfucker. Where's my pencil? Artists. Ren. Boom. Add it to the list. I got you. Thank you, by the way. And trust me, I have a lot of sticky notes that I've been taking notes of all kinds of shit to look at and everything. So, yeah. Oh, I can throw this one out. I can throw that one out. Canva Pro. Ooh, I need to keep that one there. Tell me. I'll keep that one at the top. Which one's this one? I can throw that one out. Oop, I can throw that one. And that one. Okay, cool. Yeah, no. Thank you for the suggestion. I appreciate you. Honestly, that is the end of my video selection for tonight, guys. You know? Let me end this recording right here. But not for real. That's the end of it. It's, what time is it? 12:30. It's 12:30. I'm not going to do what I did yesterday and stream till like, what, 3, 4 in the morning? I'm not doing that again. So, at this point, it's bedtime. It's bedtime. I'm probably going to play some Destiny and shower, go to bed, all that jazz. So, yeah. He has a tendency to make his music videos one takes. Ooh, I like that. Several takes, obviously, but still. No. I like that. I like the creativity behind that. To be honest, I encourage more artists to do that, if we're going to be real. But, yeah, my brain is shutting down. I ain't going to lie. Oh, man. From today, exhausted. One shot. Yes, one shot makes more sense. That definitely makes more sense. But, yeah, no, my brain is shutting down, bro. Shout out to the SSU. I ain't got much I can say, bro. We can charge it to the game here. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the people watching. Thank you for the likes. If you subscribe, thank you for your subscription. Appreciate it. Yeah. Oh, he loves reaction channels too. Well, maybe I should react to some of his music. Just a thought. Not a bad idea. So, okay, I got Ren written down here, bottom right corner, right there. I'm gonna check out his music. Ah, yes. Shout out to EDM, MVP for tonight. Appreciate you. Yes, it is nighttime and my brain is shutting down. So I'm probably gonna play some video games and go to bed. Look, if anybody here, if you're still here, thank you for stopping by, okay? For real, thank you for stopping by. We're just getting started here. I gotta make sure I get these damn reactions uploaded. This is such a new concept for me. I just gotta get used to this shit. Say less. Say less. And trust me, the Renegade, I'm assuming his full name is the Renegade. With my pencil. Renegade. Alright, add that note right there. And charge it. Look, it's time for me to go. Shout out to the 10 viewers that we have in here. Appreciate you. If you're joining at the end, I'll be live streaming again tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern time. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, we done here. You know what I'm saying? I wish I had this on Twitch because I have an ending song that I use. So anytime I end my stream, I always play a song before I go out, but I can't do it because of YouTube. His hardest fans, the Renegade comes running as soon as Son reacts to... Oh, really? Oh, say less. We, girl, me and you appreciate you. What? Come on now, shit. Oh, that gives me ideas now. Oh, that gives me some ideas. Okay. First, thank you. Okay, thank you. Say less. I'm gonna keep that in mind. But yeah, it's go time. Look. Listen, y'all, take care. You know, if it's a morning for you, good morning. If it's nighttime, well, technically it's morning right now. And they are lovely and supportive. Girl, you just blessing me with gems upon gems. That gives me a couple ideas of how I want to do my reaction videos for him specifically then. Yeah. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow on live, guys. Shorts. I gotta make these into shorts. Take care, Queen. My G, EDM, appreciate you. Everybody else in the chat, thank you for stopping by. This is the Flex My Network, guy. We only do things critically around here. We're being super honest as well. No bullshit, no nothing like that, you know? You're getting the real from Canada. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? So, have a good night. Have a good morning. If it's the afternoon for you, for anywhere you are in the world, have a great afternoon, bro. But here in Canada, it's nighttime. So, listen. Take care. Be well. Be safe. Stay true. Be you. Live long and long live. Peace. Man, I need something to make me something. I need someone to make me a beat so I can end this, because it just sounds so stale, bruh. It sounds so stale with me ending. I literally have a playlist on Spotify where I would choose a song, stream is ending, I'll play the song that will take us out, you know? But now since I'm on YouTube doing this, it's like, bruh, it sounds so boring. You know what I'm saying? Look, it's bedtime, y'all. Thank you for stopping by.